Right. So, yeah, we're glad to be bringing you this broadcast here, folks, on the Armstrong Family Networks. And, again, this has become an annual thing for Brian and I, and hopefully for all of our viewers out there. We appreciate everybody who came out to help us. Armstrong, of course. Want to plug the Lincoln Journal and everybody else in between. Got to give a nice big shout-out to the GFWC Women's Club of Hamlin, Brian, who organize this parade every year.
Absolutely. And they work tirelessly, folks. You got to give them a big shout-out to these people. You have people like Tina Lambert, Jane Ryan,
Shirley
Lawson, who do a magnificent job to put all this together. And, folks, trust me, this starts right after this is over for next year's.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Got to thank our mayor, Flimsy Adkins, David Adkins, for, again, supporting this 100%, and all the businesses. You know, folks, as we all know, taxes have kind of dropped a little bit down here, so a lot of businesses that they ask for donations to help pull this off and bring this to the community, and everybody shows up for this.
Right. So without further ado, we're going to have Doug pan the camera around as the parade starts making its way down towards us here in beautiful downtown Hamlin for our annual 4th of July parade. And, Brian, I believe we're over 100 years consecutive now with our parade.
Oh, I think, what is this, 103?
103?
I think it's 103, what I heard. You're one of the few places in the country, actually, and a lot of people think around here that this is commonplace. It's not.
No,
We've had people from, I talked to a couple years ago from Ohio whose family was originally from here, but do not have family, but come back every year for the 4th of July parade.
Right. And again, it's something I know that everybody in Lincoln County and around Lincoln County, or have Lincoln County ties, we take great pride in this parade. This is the one day of the year we all get together.
Absolutely. It's a party. It is our big party. There's concerts going on at the ball field all day. Of course, there'll be the annual egg toss, foot races. They have some vendors set up there, so it's an all-day festivity culminated by the fireworks tonight.
Yes. And the weather is outstanding this year for a change. Little humid. Little on the warm side, but again, a sun splash day here in Hamlin.
No rain, like you said, a little warm, but nothing compared to last year. So it's perfect day.
All right. Well, again, our parade, the procession is making its way towards us. There's one of our first responders there leading the way. And it's not a 4th of July parade, Brian Vance, without good old Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam, we would be remiss every year if we didn't mention the man that did it for I don't know how many, the late Mason Hamlin, again, a veteran, and all our, as you see some of our guys here from the American Legion Post. Again, a day like today is we always want to remember not just the ones that did serve, but the ones that are serving now. You know, we have troops all over the world right now, and we thank them so much for all they do, which allows us to have an event like this.
We sure do, and we thank all of them for their service. We sure do.
I mean, it's the greatest nation in the world, and they're the reasons why. Right here, it's nice to see a
nice round of applause for those gentlemen right there. American Legion Post 111.
I read a book here recently. If you get a chance, folks, it's called Guns Up. It's about a Marine gunner.
I remember you telling me about that.
And it's written by Johnny Clark, and he's actually born and raised in Lincoln County.
Oh, fantastic.
He actually mentioned the book. It's a great book.
Okay. I will definitely have to check that out. I love to read while I'm off during the summer. So
absolutely.
All right, got our first float coming through here with lots of candy. Everybody throwing out some candy there for everybody, getting a nice wave. Everybody wave at the.
As they love is the American Legion.
Yes.
Chapter 111. 100 years of serving veterans.
Absolutely fantastic.
That is. And, you know, this area here does so much. There's our Grand Marshal coming into view here now. It's Delegate Daniel Limble. Followed closely by the man we just mentioned. That's the mayor, David Flimsy Adkins, the mayor of Hamlin. He's done a fantastic job as his terms here at mayor. He's done a really good job.
Sure does.
We appreciate all he's done. You know, he does a lot behind the scenes people don't realize. A lot behind the scenes.
All right, there's the Hamlin Town Council right behind him. There's Miss Ann McClure, Trina Barrett, Deidre Roberts, and Miss Olive Hager.
And Olive, folks, I'll tell you, I think she's 27 years old. At least she acts like she's 27 years old.
So she'll probably tell you she is, too, if you catch her by herself.
She's more energy than I have. A nice little four-wheel drive truck. It wouldn't be a parade without some nice cars.
That's right. This is one of my favorite parts of the parade, are the antique cars, and even the odd little vehicle that you see there.
Yeah.
Not sure what that is, but you know what? I kind of dig it, man.
I love his AC, which was a fan in the back.
And apparently you get in through the front.
Absolutely you do.
Yeah. So, yeah, again, we get a kick out of this. And as you can see, the streets are lined. And that familiar horn can only be one thing. The General Lee is in Lincoln County.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've got some great antique cars coming through here. And
the SO vehicle. When's the last time you saw an SO gas station?
wow, that's amazing. Good
Nice.
looking vehicle. I like that.
And again, these folks, guys, they put a lot of time and effort into
Wow,
these vehicles. I mean, what would it be in a parade without the General Lee?
That's right. That's right.
For some of the young folks watching this, you probably don't remember the Dukes of Hazzard, but
We do. We
to
grew
us,
up
a
on it.
little older.
Right.
Not old, but a little older.
Little older.
Matured folks
Yes.
will call us.
Nice Mustang coming through there.
Now we have a little race car coming
We
up.
have a little race car coming up there, yeah.
Cremines Auto is sponsoring. A little shout out to Cremines Auto over there in Branchton area.
Yep.
And a very nice, what would it be without a truck that's
right.
jacked up? Little mud vehicle there, guaranteed.
And we've already had one nostalgic vehicle come through, so why not Herbie the Love Bug?
Herbie the Love Bug. We're definitely aging ourselves when you can say you remembered Herbie the Love Bug.
Little bit.
And you can see all these folks spend a lot of money. They buy candy for the kids and throw it out, which the kids just love it.
Yeah, and with the amount of candy handed out during our 4th of July parade, it's safe to say that all of the kids should be good until trick or treat in October.
Absolutely. You know, Ryan, while we're watching this, we'll take a few seconds to thank some of our sponsors. Like number one, you know, this I tell you folks at Armstrong, again, we do what we can to try to bring as much as we can to the community, but we're getting ready to launch a new, and again, it seems like every year we're launching something new. We're coming out soon. We're going to have a new Wi-Fi product called Plume. We're going to guarantee Wi-Fi throughout the house. You can actually monitor it from your phone. I mean, you can shut it off from your phone. You can see how much data. You can see it's just a fantastic new product. So again, we're doing what we can to try to keep pace with everything and give the people what they want, what they say they want, what they need, and cutting edge technology all the time.
Well, I'll tell you what, and as fast as technology moves these days, Brian, are you guys finding it easy, difficult?
Oh, it's difficult.
Middle of the road.
It's hard. Everything's coming up so new, and we're trying to be on the cutting edge for everybody out here and give our customers what everybody else has, and it's tough because it's constantly changing. But I can tell you, folks, we were fortunate last year as we see the girls twirl team.
Yep, there's the Lincoln County Twirl team.
Nice. Look at these little girls out there.
Led by Miss Hillary Sowards there.
But
she does a great job with those girls too, Brian. I saw them perform during this past basketball season at a few of the Lincoln County High School Panther basketball games, and they're fantastic.
Oh, future twirlers. And but I was telling you, we had to let the folks know we actually had a visit from the FCC commissioner, Brendan Carr. To visit our area on Monday, which was, I'm telling you folks, that's fabulous. It was he's the head of the FCC, so we were tickled to death to show him some of the challenges that we face out here, but what we're trying to do and what we still need to do.
Sure.
So it was great to see that.
Well, that's not every day that the FCC commissioner comes down from.
He doesn't visit cable systems very often. Mountain State West, a little golf cart on there, playing a little Country Roads, my favorite song.
Well, of course. I do enjoy the classic cars, Brian. I surely do.
Oh, they are. They're fantastic. And I love the old trucks. Again, Mountain State Waste, who's sponsored that truck, it looks like came through here. The new, not really new, they've been around for a couple of years here.
Yeah.
Offering trash service throughout Lincoln County.
A couple of nice Ford pickups coming through there.
while we got a brief moment while you're watching this, folks, we'd like to thank some of our major sponsors. You got the Lincoln Journal, of always serving Lincoln County for ever. Forever. Yeah, they do a fantastic job. I'm telling you, Sean O'Donohue, folks, you get a chance to thank him for all he does. Does a fantastic job. We also got Ranger Pick Pack up there in Ranger. Stop by and see Brandon M. Stop by and see their
sandwiches.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Sandwiches.
Piggly Wiggly, Craig and them do a fantastic job of supporting the community down here. You know, folks, I help run a Babe Ruth baseball league, and they're always there to support us any way they can. 7-Eleven, you know, folks.
7-Eleven, Libby does a fantastic, tireless job there at 7-Eleven, giving back to the community.
Very tireless job.
Oh, yeah, and also, too, she wanted us to mention, I told her we would, 2 slices of pizza at the Hamlin 7-Eleven for only $2.
$2, folks.
So $2 for 2 at Hamlin 7-Eleven.
Have you not had their pizza? It's good.
It's fantastic.
It's really good. Another General Lee, we got 2 of them coming through.
What's better than 1 General Lee? 2 General Lees. So, yeah.
Thanks. Oh, yeah. Well, we got a minute. Thanks, Hearts Galaxy. Tony Arbaugh up there in Hearts. Serving that community, doing a fantastic job up there. Again, supports that community up there so wonderfully.
Yes.
And I would be remiss if I don't say I want a special thanks to Jeff Hughes. Folks, he runs the Department of Highways and Hearts, but he also does some T-shirt sign stuff, and he is so important to that community up there and supports them. It's fantastic.
Yeah, Jeff does a lot up there. He sure does.
Oh, I mean, there's so many people that we see in this county. You know, the Deep Hollow, we thank Julie that does the shirts up there in the Yawkey area. You know, folks, we're wearing shirts made by her right now, and they did a wonderful job putting those together. And you know what? Hey, we're going to say to some of the people we've called, we got a special shout-out today.
Okay, special
shout-out. It's not only what we call the nation's, our Independence Day, really, but it's also some birthdays.
We do know a few people.
We do know a few people.
We know a few people.
So we want to say
today on the 4th of July.
Say a special happy birthday to Clovis Hooker Triplet.
Yes, Clovis Hooker Triplet. Happy birthday, brother.
The wife, Sonda Elkins, wife of famous coach Bill Elkins. So Sonda Elkins, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And to a guy that's involved so much in the youth here, J.R. Scholl.
J.R. Scholl.
Happy birthday to you folks.
Happy birthday, Joe. And another friend of mine that I work with through the school system, one of our school nurses, Jennifer McCann from the Hearts area. She's also a 4th of July baby.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you as well.
So these folks have a long day of celebration.
They sure do. They sure do. And what a great day. I mean, yes, it's a little humid, it's a little hot, but the rain is going to stay away. We've got some clouds this year for a change.
Yeah, it is.
And again, I know you and I, we thoroughly enjoy doing this. And
there's so much right now, I can tell you, folks, going on in Lincoln County as we see more of these cars go through here.
Right.
There's so much positive, I think, momentum going right now in this county that I think that you're going to see the next few years look really bright.
Yeah, I think so too, Brian.
I mean, really do.
It's on an upswing.
We're seeing a lot of community involvement. Just everyday individuals that's doing what they can to improve this area, and it's fabulous to see that. There's a lot of communities, folks, that don't have that tight net, this stuff that they care.
Right.
And here in Lincoln County, we have it everywhere.
We do.
The FCC commissioner, I love what he said. He said, I've looked at real gritty people. Gritty, not as a bad way. That we don't have maybe everything that a lot of people, other states have, but guess what? We make ours work.
We make it work. That's exactly
Which is, I think, here on our nation's Independence Day is the exact message we want to send to the country.
Could be a nice county motto, nice little tagline if we ever do some Lincoln County. We make it work.
We make it work.
We sure do.
As now we see the Bike Brigade, I guess we could call this.
All right, another one of my favorite parts, the bicycles and children on motorized carts. Brian, you're a dad.
I've done this. It's a rite.
You were initiated.
It's a rite of passage.
It is a rite of passage.
You can't have kids without doing this.
That's exactly right.
You have to, and these little motorized vehicles they make now, they break down and your dad has to push it. That's a rite of passage. Right. You have to be able to do that.
That's exactly right.
And the kids love it.
Yes, and that's the beauty of it. I mean, look at all the smiles and everybody doing their thing.
See Sean and Brittany Porter out there.
Yes.
Brittany's not just a teacher out here, but also the cheerleading coach.
Yep.
Does a fabulous job with those girls. They went to the States this year.
Yeah, 2 times.
And Sean, he's so involved with baseball in the youth. It's just fantastic to see, again, volunteers like that. I see my neighbor Bradley Atkins And little Braxton out there riding his four-wheeler in it.
Outstanding.
Dakota Aggins YouTube. Now, folks, that is ingenious. That is ingenious. I'd like to see the youth doing that, that he's just promoting a YouTube page.
Well, with the way the internet is now, Brian, I mean, social media is large, even around here.
Oh, absolutely. You know, folks, I can tell you at Armstrong, we thank all of our customers, and people don't realize that internet's huge around here.
It is.
It is a big deal. And it keeps everybody connected. It does.
And we see some little ones here pulling wagons and pushing some strollers.
Matt Thompson.
There, Matt Thompson.
Miss Cummings in the parade.
I think Matt's got the right idea. He's got the cooler in the wagon there for the trip.
Because it's a long haul.
It's a long haul. It sure is.
And we've joked about this. It's almost like this 4th of July parade is almost more of a family reunion. It's the one time a year you get to see people that you may not seen, all year long, and life just gets really tough sometimes.
Sure. We have a lot of kids, a lot of people from here that probably don't live here anymore. They come in for this week. With the 4th of July being on a Thursday, they sure makes a nice long weekend out of it.
You think about it, you've got so much going on.
Right.
Everybody does, and they get so busy. And like we said, life just gets tough, Our new thing at Armstrong is life made easy. We want to make it easy for everyone. You can go visit us on our website, www.armstrongonewire.com.
Right.
You want to upgrade, you want to pick today, you want to do an install, you want to do anything almost you can do online. I mean, it's just, and what we're trying to do is to make it easy. Try to make everyone's life as easy as we know, because everybody's life's busy and crazy and running around, and the last thing you need to worry about is, at least you have to worry about the better. And now we have our Little Majorettes.
All right, so here comes some Little Majorettes under the direction of, believe it or not, my niece, Miss Caitlin Owsley over there. And Miss Allison Ryan, there she is too.
It's so phenomenal to see these little girls. They walk a long way.
Little routine action. They've been working hard this week, Caitlin told me. Really hard, all of them.
That is fantastic.
All right, Lincoln Baptist with a float coming into view here, folks.
We are more, I would say, definitely a Christian community, and our churches are involved so much in the youth and everything.
Yes.
They do a fantastic job trying to bring people to Christ. And here's Lincoln Baptist advertising for their Sunday school, vacation Bible schools that are all coming up.
Yes. Now, Brian, I know you're probably not a gigantic fan of this next vehicle, but I sure am. Ladies and gentlemen, the green and white Go Herd.
I tell you what, that is an impressive vehicle.
I would have that.
That is an impressive vehicle. That is so nice. Look at that, supporting the Marshall Thundering Herd. Hey, we're hoping for big things this year out of the football program.
Hey, Herd's looking good in spring ball. Looking real good in spring ball. And ladies and gentlemen, there is the newest thing to come to Lincoln County and Hamlin, West Virginia. That is the Premier Independent Wrestling Alliance float, bringing quality sports entertainment once a month to the fans of pro wrestling here in Lincoln County. And Brian, you got to come to our first show last month.
I got to film that one, and it'll be broadcast, should be probably maybe even this week. The broadcast, you got another one coming up here in a couple of weeks, folks.
Next Saturday.
If you have not been there, you have to go. It is phenomenal. Great. And bring the kids. They really involve the kids. It's fantastic.
Yes, my partner,
little shout out to
we always wanted to give something back to the community. We've been in the pro wrestling business for about 20 plus years, and this is our way of saying thank you.
Well, I can tell you, Ryan, from the first one, when you folks get to see us on TV, come out the 13th, I think what it is.
July 13th, Saturday, 7 o'clock.
Come to Lincoln County High School and watch this. I was so impressed with these guys, how they get the kids involved in it.
Yes.
I mean, folks, if you've not been, I was well pleased with that. I will just tell you, folks, it is professionally ran. It's a professional organization. I was highly impressed. And I'll tell you, folks, the wrestlers are first-class individuals.
Yes.
Everybody involved with that was first class.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pride of all of Lincoln County, the award-winning Lincoln County High School Panther Marching Band coming into view under the direction of Miss Hannah Romans, the field commander.
Had the pleasure of seeing them. They went to Disney this year.
Yes, they
got to perform at Disney World.
Fantastic job at Disney.
We got to film a band concert for the first time this year indoors, and folks, we have some talented people in this county.
We sure do.
If you had a chance to watch the broadcast of our first time we've ever done the band concert at Lincoln High School, dude, I was blown away. Blown away.
Concert?
Yes,
Yeah.
Blown away, but how good they were.
They do wonderful, I'm telling you. And they've been working hard all this week, too, on their routines and the music and everything. All right, and here come the Youth Works.
The Youth
They come
Works.
into our county every summer, Brian, to help out.
People from all over, different states that come in and get to see Lincoln County. They do help. They do a lot of wonderful things. They help some elderly people. They help do additions to people's houses, fix some stuff up. I mean, and it gives them a little bit of exposure. They get to see a different area. We've had people from California coming in here. I mean,
they come from all over.
It's almost a culture shock, really, to come into this different area. So it's great to see them do that. Every story has a hero. Literacy, Lincoln County Schools.
That's right. Every story has a hero. That's exactly right.
And I tell you what, folks, education. Listen, I know there's been a lot in the news lately over education, but I would be really remiss. I'm telling you, folks, Armstrong has had the pleasure last year. We got to do some painting for Hamlin and for Guyan Valley.
Right, you did.
We put up some scoreboards to try to help, support our youth. And I get a chance to be involved with some of the principals and teachers out here. And wow, they do. Trust me, folks, they do a fantastic job with limited resources, really.
Yeah, very true.
Everyone knows we're not the richest county in the country,
right,
but with limited resources, we do a fantastic job. I heard this year they're offering an aerospace engineering class.
Yes, at the high school. Yeah, fantastic. Yes.
I mean, are you kidding me? An aerospace engineing class, folks.
Through our CTE program, Mr. Matt Miller, our CTE administrator there at Lincoln County High, went through the channels and whatnot, and this fall, we're going to offer an aeronautics and space engineering program for juniors and seniors.
And if you folks haven't paid attention, we have a robotics team that is nationally known.
Yeah, world renowned now.
We have world renowned.
They've been to the world championships many times.
And we've got that going on. We have our auto body shop that's, again, award winning. They have competitions. We win there. I mean, folks.
The nursing program, the welding program.
Yes.
I mean, our law and public safety program.
Yes.
All of our CTE programs are just off the charts, Brian, at Lincoln County High. And like you said, everything's kind of on an upswing.
I would tell them we have one of our workers, his wife, April Pridemore.
Yes.
Runs a program out there for special needs kids.
We sure do.
And they're doing this stuff where they cook.
Yes, we have a restaurant. Yes. We have a working restaurant, the Growl and Grill and the Busy Bean Cafe.
And it is, folks, these kids, I mean, this is like one of the few places in the nation doing this.
Right.
I mean, so when I say that there is a lot of positive stuff going on, man, if you've not been a chance to see this and get a part of it, join in. Join in. The more people, the better.
That's exactly right. Yeah, the restaurant was a huge success for our kids. And it also teaches them life skills, which was our main goal. Mm-hmm. If that way, we're trying to break the stigma that high school is not the highlight.
It's the beginning.
It's just the beginning. It's just another chapter. Yeah.
Well, we talked about it this year. The past couple of years, we've ran a Babe Ruth League, and to let you know what that is, folks, it's kind of it's just an organization, kind of like Little League, but this one's more about the kids, less about maybe just the money that we found out.
Right.
So we're trying to start this back as the Lincoln County. So this year we had teams from Duval.
Okay.
We had teams from Hamlin. We had teams from West Hamlin. We still have a few teams in Ranger.
Sure.
We're going to try to maybe get the Harts area involved. Now, we do play other places. We've had teams go to the World Series. We've had teams go to the regionals in Kentucky. So, and it's just now starting to get bigger. But what's great about it is to see our kids, we've had 2 state champions out of our little kids program.
That's true.
From Lincoln County, just Lincoln County kids. And guess what? Tickled to death to see them have that success.
Absolutely. And really, that's where you start your sports programs is at your youth levels.
Absolutely. I mean, we now combined our Major League Football program.
Right,
we have, which is fantastic because they're going to be combined someday anyway.
Right. We've got another float coming into view here for you folks.
Supporting with Superman and Spider-Man.
Yes.
And a service dog. You know, I can let you folks know, Armstrong is pleased to announce, thrilled to announce, we started a program, Healing Heroes, where we purchase service dogs for veterans that may suffer from PTSD, from any kind of physical ailment. And Lincoln County actually had a woman, Lisa, that got her dog. And I can tell you, folks, they're about $25,000 a dog. We fly them down to Florida. They get them used to dogs. And the great thing about it is, I've heard, is they keep saying it changes their lives. So we're just tickled to death. They've thanked us a bunch of times and said, don't thank us. Thank you for the service you've given us. As we see now, the Hamlin United Methodist Church, another church highly involved in the community. The church up the road there you're probably seeing today is giving out free lemonade. Anybody walking?
Oh, fantastic! I'll have to take advantage of that.
And you always have great floats, as you can see here with the message.
Right.
The church is a hospital for sinners.
Yes.
Absolutely it is. I want to thank, I see Tom Scarpellini and his wife Karen, who do a fantastic job, folks.
Wonderful float there. Wonderful float.
And again, it's a good thing about it sends a message.
It does. It sends a message, right.
Sends a message. As we say, we're all sinners. And guess what? Christ can forgive it all.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Couldn't have said it better myself. Got some more floats and trucks and things coming into view here, folks.
Everybody likes a big truck.
Everybody likes a big truck.
Tim, the tool man Taylor, would be proud. You know, I read an article once that this guy was a golfer from Ireland, and he moved to America, and the one thing he was amazed at is the patriotism that Americans show. He goes, you know, you're very proud to be from your country. He goes, you know, I came from Ireland, who have had some turmoil in the past, and said, we don't really have that national pride like you do in America. Which one people said, well, it's the greatest nation in the world. What's not to be proud?
That's exactly right. Here comes the Lincoln County FFA from the high school. I know all of these kids. I see them all the time, and that's the instructor there, Mr. Seth Neal, driving the tractor with his young son. And there's a lot of Panthers there on the float giving us away.
And again, I'm impressed with what they do.
Oh, they do. I'm telling you, they do fantastic, man.
The Ranger Full Gospel Church float coming in. As you can see here, the free meals noon to 3. Youth group second and fourth Tuesday. Those folks do look at that. And it's nice to see so many people involved in it. Look, I mean, people are on the float, walking beside the float, handing out free stuff. That's phenomenal. Again, there's a community you can see in Ranger that does what it can, as we see another baseball team coming up here.
Right.
The Steelers. Wait for the camera, folks. Wait for the camera.
That's right.
Again, we have such talented youth in here. I'm glad to see them get involved with this, man. Youth soccer. Again, you know, really, folks, that's a program that, you know, 10 years ago was nothing. And now it's massively huge. Seeing a lot of success at the high school level on that, and that's where it starts, right there.
That's exactly right. And, you know, soccer being, you know, they call it the beautiful game for a reason. I'm a soccer fan, I'm telling you.
Well, the Women's World Cup, we're back in the finals again.
We're back in the finals, baby, Sunday.
Here's the Lincoln County Youth Football and Cheerleading.
Yep. Football and cheer, still looking for players and cheerleaders.
Oh, show up, man. It's so much fun. We'll video a game or two this year.
There's baby Miss Lincoln County, Miss Willa Anderson. having a great time here in the parade.
Oh, we're picking up a rider.
And they're picking up a hitchhiker.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Little Miss Lincoln County. 2019. You know what? You see this? She's already professional. She has the wave down.
She's got the wave down.
Yeah, that you'll see her again.
And there is the reigning Miss Lincoln County. That is Miss Ariel Harper from Lincoln County High. I know that kiddo.
Miss Molly Page,
yep,
Miss Lincoln County. Got the kids waving along, holding the flags high. It's nice to see this.
Right. Show that patriotism, everybody. Lincoln County Youth Football and cheerleaders.
More of the Little Panthers.
Yep.
And definitely
looking for players
future Panthers.
Yes, future Panthers right there.
You know, our football team saw a lot of success last year, and
they sure did.
I think we're turning that corner.
Yes.
I think we're turning that corner. You know, I'll say this. We've got a guy named Kyle Garrettson, which is doing some fantastic jobs. He has his new facility now down by the 911 center.
Right.
You know, stop by, give him a shot. Folks, it's a great workout facility, and he does a fantastic job. And get this, not just with the youth. He can do stuff for old guys like me, too.
Yeah.
The Lug Nuts baseball.
Yes, Lincoln County Lug Nuts.
Heath and Chip Ellis help run this. Heath Ag and Chip Ellis. There they are. The Lug Nuts seen a lot of success. They're winning a lot of tournaments now.
Yes, they're doing great, too. They're doing great.
They put a lot of work into it, though. They really do. And there's Branchland Lumber softball.
Branchland Lumber softball team there.
Again, to show you, though, another business, Branchland Lumber.
Yes, Branchland Lumber.
Supports our community so if you get a chance, folks, like I said, yeah, you can go to Lowe's. I'm telling you right now, you want to buy deck boards, you go to Branchland Lumber.
Branchland Lumber, yeah.
High quality stuff at an affordable price.
And they're local. Save you the trip.
Exactly. And you got to realize, folks, as we see some of our ambulances and fire trucks come through, all our emergency services, but if you support local, we can do more in the community.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
You know, as a kid, I loved this part.
I still love it.
I still love it. Rise from the ashes. As you see the Hamlin fire trucks coming through. And again, folks, we say this every year, but just remember, all these trucks you see coming through are volunteer fire departments.
Yes, very much so.
All the lives that they save, the property they save, just phenomenal. And they do it on a volunteer basis because they love it. As we said, that's the spirit, I think, that built this country, that volunteerism, that pride. I mean, that is what made us the greatest nation in the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And with all of our first responders coming through here, Brian, you know, again, everything's volunteer. But they do a fantastic job because, folks, I mean, think about it. When you run out, they run in.
Exactly. That's their motto, you know. And, again, a thankless almost job, really.
Sure.
I mean, this is the time of year we get to celebrate them, but most of the years, you know, we try to support them when you can. I know some of them have some bingos and different things to help raise money.
Right.
That's what they need. They support. We appreciate them so much. Appreciate them so much. As this is coming through, folks, and as you're looking at our Guyan River Volunteer Fire and Rescue,
right.
I want to say a special shout out. You know, you and I here in a minute are going down to help run the festivity at the ball field.
Right.
And I want to say that we're thinking of him. You know, yes. Calvin Ashworth, folks, is in the hospital. Having a little issues. Tell him I just want to tell him we're thinking about him. We love you, Calvin.
We are thinking about you,
speedy recovery.
Calvin. We sure are.
West Hamlin Volunteer Fire Department. Again, these are heroes, folks. I want you to realize these are heroes. Everybody you're seeing here is a hero.
Yes.
And if you ask them, they'll be like, no, we're not heroes. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
You just don't have the capes to go along with it. And you know what? That's okay.
Yep. Don't have to have an S on your chest to be Superman, do you?
No, you do not. You sure don't.
See coming into view here, Tri-River Transit Bus.
A staple here in Lincoln County for quite some time now.
Helps so many people get the hospital appointments, doctor's appointments. Sure. I mean, very affordable price. As a matter of fact, they're so successful, they've actually taken over other counties.
Yes, they have. I know they started a new, they're branching out into Mason County, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I think Paula Smith and all that, all she does up there helping to run that. Again, it's a crazy job.
Right.
See a few four-wheelers, which,
yeah,
again, this is Lincoln County.
Four-wheelers and gas-powered vehicles.
You know, we can see, like, we would be crazy if we didn't mention the Hatfield-McCoy Trail, West Virginia, which brings people from all over the country.
Right.
I see so many of these vehicles nowadays. I mean, we told them, I said, we take pride even in our off-road vehicles.
We do. We sure do.
And some of these folks, I mean, everybody knows these aren't cheap vehicles.
No, they are not. And these are not just vehicles, you know, for the parade. These are working class vehicles.
Oh, absolutely.
People use, you know, the folks you see probably driving these in the parade use these, you know, every day.
Yeah. They have farms. They do things every day. Plus, they also take them out and just ride them for fun.
Sure.
I see one of our famous Lincoln County systems, Josh Duncan, running through here, has helped us out a lot. I love it. And you see the Dakota Ag sign. He's still pushing it. That is fantastic. Mary Napier. I see Miss Mary Napier here in the 4th of July parade again. Her and her husband, J.J. Napier. J.J. helped volunteer coach at Hamlin Middle this year.
Yes, he did.
And is fantastic with the kids. They love him. And that's one of the big things. I think if you, again, the coaches and the people that volunteer, you're not just affecting the sport, you're affecting these kids' lives forever. You know? That's why I said at the high school, seeing these programs, we're seeing these kids in Lincoln County go out. You know, we definitely want them to stay home, but they go out in this country and they do some fabulous things because you know what? They are just as smart as anybody else.
Well, you know, it's funny you mentioned that. Just a couple of weeks ago, several of our Lincoln County high school students were at MIT in Boston, Massachusetts for a seminar and convention type deal. Huge opportunity there.
Yeah, that's
MIT is a collection of only the greatest minds probably in the country.
Yes, the Manhattan Institute of Technology, which is one of the top schools in the country.
Yeah, and we had several kids from Lincoln County there over the summer.
The trike's becoming more and more popular these days.
Right.
I have an uncle, Richard McAllister, pastor up there at Smerico, that bought one of those and loves it. They've rode it everywhere.
Fantastic.
Yeah, again, folks, if you've never been to the 4th of July parade, the parade's awesome, but then you can't stop there.
No, you can't stop at just the parade.
You got to go to the Hamlin Lions Club field.
That's just the kickoff to the day.
And here's the great thing, folks. Armstrong, if you're an Armstrong customer, go down to the Lions Club field right now.
Right.
Check your phone. You have free Wi-Fi.
That's right. We do have Wi-Fi.
We have free Wi-Fi that we just supply to the community out there. So stop by, check that out while you're there.
Sure.
Because we have foot races for all age groups.
We have some bicycle races.
We have some bicycle races, and we have the world famous egg toss.
Yeah, I put our egg toss competition right up there with the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Absolutely.
Which will be later on today in New Jersey.
Absolutely. And can I have a shameless plug here?
Absolutely shameless plug. Yeah.
I think last year, one of your cohorts here, namely me and my daughter Audrey Vance, were co-champs last year. So
you were.
We've got to defend the title this year.
The championship. You all have to defend your championship this evening, so I'm hoping you guys have been practicing.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to, like I said, she's been working out.
Hard-boiled eggs now.
When I told her, she's been working out with Kyle Garrettson. That's the reason why. It has nothing to do with volleyball and the great job. Can I say a shout out to the volleyball team that's done a fantastic job? Miss Igo out there is doing a wonderful job with those girls.
And there is the GFWC Women's Club of Hamlin.
And they do a fantastic job, folks.
Organizing this parade.
Please,
got a nice float going there.
If you're a woman want to join, get a hold of those folks.
Absolutely.
They would love to have you involved in it. And we can see the one thing that every year has to close the parade.
Well, that's why you put them at the end of the parade, Brian.
You put these folks at the end of the parade for a reason. I guarantee you, at some time before, it's nice to see a little bit of a comeback, because horses are expensive. They're hard.
That's right.
A lot of money involved in those. So do you see these people that still have more and more and more of them coming around?
Absolutely.
We actually have a couple kids now competing.
We do. Barrel races and showing horses and what and all that entails.
To take care of some beautiful animals. Beautiful animals. There's one with the American flag draped over it for her saddle blanket. That is fantastic. So again, folks, that will bring to a conclusion the 2019 version of the Lincoln County 4th of July Parade.
Well, Brian, I can honestly say the parade was, again, fantastic, as it always is. We look forward to this every year. It gets bigger, it gets a little better every year. And, this is the mark that summer's halfway over.
Yep.
Kids will be back in school in probably around 6-7 weeks. I'll be back in school about 6 or 7 weeks.
It's okay. It's okay. I know it's a sad.
Yeah, I know you're all upset about that. But again, on behalf of Armstrong and the Lincoln Journal, the GFWC Women's Club of Hamlin, and everybody that we either failed to mention or did mention, we want to thank all of you all for checking out our broadcast again this year. It'll be ran many times on the Armstrong Family Networks. That's Channel 4 and Channel 100 for Armstrong subscribers here in the Lincoln County area and beyond. And Brian, again, another fantastic 4th of July here in Hamlin.
Absolutely. Again, I'd like to thank all of the people that are watching us, our customers. We want to thank you.
Yes.
As we see here our local Lincoln Journal News Board, Sean O'Donoghue, that's snapping a picture from us. And but we like to thank you, all our customers that allow us to do this.
Absolutely.
It's because of you viewers out there watching us that allow us to do this, and I hope you get some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget, again, if you guys are in the Lincoln County area in Hamlin, next Saturday, July the 13th, Lincoln County High School Premier Independent Wrestling Alliance, show number 2.
Yes.
Full time is at 7.
Yes, it is.
And we also have a special for the admission for our next show, Brian. All adults are $10 admission, but we're letting students 12 and under in for $5.
Nice.
Students 12 and under, $5 for the show. That's next Saturday, July the 13th, Lincoln County High School Main Gymnasium, 7 o'clock. And we will have some national wrestling stars at this next show.
And I'll let you know also that Armstrong will be there again.
Yes.
To try to film this. Some of the people that can't get out for different reasons, we're going to be there so you can watch it on a tape broadcast. But there's nothing, folks, I can tell like being there live.
That's exactly right. So on behalf of Brian Vance, I am Ryan Prichard. I want to thank Doug Morris, the man behind the camera, and everybody else here at Armstrong and everybody in Lincoln County. We want to wish everyone out there a happy and safe 4th of July weekend and holiday. And we'll see you again right here on the Armstrong Family of Networks.